It's okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láìpẹ́.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láìpẹ́.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láìpẹ́.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láìpẹ́.
Máyégún ti dé.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Máyégún Live. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. As usual, kindly share this broadcast. That means after reading the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, like the broadcast, then share it. So invite your friends and your not so friendly friends and tell them that Máyégún is live. Máyégún today. So tonight we are starting from a not so new kind of admittance or revelation coming from one of Bokwari's ministers back then, Solomon Dalung, a few days ago, right? In the movement, or should I say, in the groove of the Uromi uproar, we have heard from different characters speaking on behalf of the North, or on behalf of Hausa, or you know what I mean. So the recent one is that of the concerned Northerners, an hypocritical gathering of hypocrites. Hypocritical gathering of hypocrites. I don't know, that should flow, right? We're Najatu Muhammad, a Fulani, as well as Solomon Dalung, who is from the middle belt part of Nigeria. I forgot the name of his tribe, so to say. On the day when they were reading out conditions, terms and conditions for Nigeria, if Northern Nigeria will continue to be part of this union or not. That northern part of Nigeria that they sort of claimed to be so concerned about. So, I mean, that included the middle belt part of Nigeria. It is that northern Nigeria that the terrorist, Fulani terrorists, ransacked 5 communities and killed 12 people, even though that is just the official number. So, brethren, let me kind of take us a little bit on a little kind of like a little bit of a journey or memory lane, as some will like to call it. Before APC, yeah, the problem of Fulani terrorism that we are kind of like suffering today from every corner of that contraption today was almost non-existent. And it's not that it never existed, but back then, right, indigenous people from like across Nigeria, they were able, over time, they were able to ward off these marauders. They were able, right, to kind of like defend themselves until APC, Ekpekegbe, took over power. And slowly, steadily, they started disarming the people in some areas, right? They will even allow these coordinated, organized Fulani terrorist attacks. They will allow it to happen. You see, in the southern part of Nigeria, okay, when we say southern part of Nigeria, we're talking from Oyo State down, as well as from Kogi State down south. You'll be talking about southern Nigeria. Ours was like also a coordinated one, because for the people of the middle belt part of Nigeria, this is how it all started. First, they started attacking farms, and farmers were being slaughtered. And in some places, they would actually come in the middle of the night, okay, ransack some farming communities, kill as many people as possible to the point that they turned the middle belt part of Nigeria to burial ground part of Nigeria. In a space of 2-3 years, Fulani terrorists, well organized, coordinated with the backing of APC, Ikpeazu government. So just like that, they announced their arrival on the scene, and slowly, steadily, they were destroying Nigeria food, production system. That is, they started destroying your farms where you could grow your food, chase as many farmers as possible to the IDP camps. While all these were going on, if you remember, it was Buhari's government who came out and told us that these guys killing Nigerians, they were not Nigerians. They were from Niger, Chad, Mali, Libya. In case if you have forgotten, this was the primary argument of the APC. While these terrorists kept, expanding and spreading, and the same modus operandi. So within 5-6 years, they've succeeded in destroying food production in Nigeria totally. That it will take you probably another 20 years of, uninterrupted peace, where the Fulani terrorists will be designated as terrorist organization. And you see, when it all started, when the victims were given their accounts of what they really encountered in the hands of their attackers, APC, Ikpeazu, Buhari's government, they kept the campaign of gaslighting the people that we shouldn't call them Fulani terrorists, we should call them bandits. They coordinated with the media. I'm talking about the terrorists that came to attack the source of food of the people. They actually came to wipe you off the surface of the earth. That's what I believe. The government of Nigeria treated them. The murderous regime of Buhari treated them with so much levity, or kid gloves, right? That they started negotiating for them, asking us to learn how to live with our killers. And that, again, right, didn't happen just overnight. From they were not Nigerians, so we should stop calling them Fulani terrorists. We should start calling them bandits. So, the reason why they are fighting or killing people was because of their cows. How could you come in the middle of the night to wipe out an entire village and say you are doing that because they denied you the access to feed their farm produce to your cows? How is that sensible? And when all this, like I said, when some of these attacks were happening, the Nigerian system actually allowed them to happen. You get that now? Like, people were calling or sending out SOS to the supposed security agents, right? Hours after hours, sometimes for days, there will be no single response, right? Until the terrorists are done. In some places as well, these Fulani terrorists, while the Buhari's government continue to gaslight us, blackmail us on why we should give our lands to them. This was how they became Nigerians. Oh. Remember, there are Fulanis. There were Fulanis in Nigeria before these terrorists started this their sponsored terrorism. There are still Fulanis in Nigeria when they are doing all this terrorism. And guess what? There was none of them that actually really came out genuinely to say, well, this is wrong. These guys were not Nigerians. How could somebody who is a Fulani, think about this, somebody who is a Fulani from Sokoto, for example, if he's a Fulani from Sokoto, that means he was born in Sokoto, Abi. So if he desire to start a business or a cow business or whatever it is, a ranch, he should be able to do that in Sokoto where he is born. Why should somebody that was born in Sokoto, a Fulani man from Sokoto, is fighting for land in Oyo? A Fulani man from Sokoto is demanding land in Imo for his cows as the only factor for peace. How is that possible? I mean, we don't have Yoruba men harm themselves and decided to jump into the forest of, what do you call it? To the forest of the Biafrans and start kidnapping the people and killing their farmers and raping their women and demanding that the only the only road to peace would be for them to give them lands so that they can create their own local government areas, Yorubazo, in Owerri, Imo, or Ebonyi, or in all of these places in eastern Nigeria. Or you've seen, we've never seen the Igbos, who are practically business people, right? We've never seen the Igbos organize themselves and bombard the northern part of Nigeria, like the Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, Jigawa, and all these places, Yobe, right? And you have the Igbos, armed Igbos, start killing the locals, the indigenous people, because they need land. We don't have that. Only one tribe, one ethnic nationality, the Fulanis, have been doing this to the rest of us. And the government of the contraption was asking us to, don't react anyhow, okay? These people are not Fulanis. These people are, they are just Fulanis, but they are not representing the Fulanis. I say, well, it is too late, my dear. It is too late now, because we now have the victims who would have to live with the trauma that these guys have inflicted on them for the rest of their lives. But there are those, again, this is where their hypocrisy also comes in, all right? People have been so, traumatized. People have been so, terrorized enough that they actually know that there is nobody coming to their aid. Nobody is coming to save them. They do know that. And that is why the rotten and broken system, right, has created monsters. Monsters that we all have become, in case if you don't know. In Nigeria today, right, starting from the real victims of this terrorism, okay? You see the victims of terrorism, and you see the news. 15 people killed in Bokos. 45 people killed in 30 people killed and all that. So what people just listen to that and just be like, okay, no, Mayegun, what is the latest? Like, what is new? So, Baba, you don't understand me. The terrorists, they killed 80 people in Katsina. What do you mean, No, I thought you wanted to tell us the other stories and all that. Because it's like people have become so, they have grown so, what do you call it? Like they've grown to become so indifferent, so cold over time. So that is why when you see some of the reactions of people to the mobbed Hausa hunter or traveling Hausa hunters, right? In Koto, because there are so many people who just, Benny, they are not hunters, because that is who we are. That is what the APC have turned us into, the indigenous people of that contraption. It's going to be like you don't even have human feelings anymore. I don't get feelings, so I know, because that's exactly what they have done. So over time, they've normalized abnormalities enough that people are now speaking based on their biases. Here you get now. Like, oh, you are a Yoruba man. What is your business? At least, nobody has kidnapped you now. Has any member of your family been kidnapped before? Blah, blah, blah. I said, no, they haven't. Said, why are you so serious about it? Because that's what they have turned us into, indifferent people. If it never happened to me, maybe it's not happening. Again, their biases. There are those who are actually either looking forward to benefit from the illegitimate regime of, the murderous regime of Bokwari, the illegitimate regime of Tifnumbu. There are those who are looking for, so they will give you reasons why you should not become Fulaniphobic. Here you get. And suddenly, some Fulanis in Nigeria are now feeling like they are endangered species. You see, Bokwari is no longer there, by the way, right? So now they feel like, oh, the atrocities of the Fulani terrorists, they don't want you to even call them terrorists. The atrocities of these bandits, you want to blame it on Fulani? Wait, what do you mean? Can we blame armed robbery on the Yorubas? Can we call another tribe to be? Say, shut up your mouth, you mofo. There is no Yoruba, there is no other tribe in Nigeria currently, right? Slaughtering people the same way the Fulani terrorists are currently doing, where every tribe, including the Hausas, these Hausas that some of these, mixed, Hausa Fulanis, right, wanted you to believe that they are on their side. Even the Hausas themselves, they have been slaughtered by these same Fulanis. Yeah? So to Tifnumbu, to Ribadumbu, to some of these guys, the insecurity is not that bad. Not that bad, Tifnumbu has kind of like, Tifnumbu has defeated the terrorists enough that everywhere is safe. You can travel from Kaduna to Abuja now with nothing. So back to Dalung. So Dalung was called into that group to come and condemn, the Uromi 16. And therefore calling, and then they now give ultimatums, right? Like, oh, we give you until so and so. Then another one, it's also got to a stage of them saying, maybe they are going to throw in the towel in this union. Mokuku break everything up. Everybody, they go their separate ways. So, you keep going and keep going. You, Mr. Dalung, have you heard that they have killed 12 people in Bokos, Plateau States, yeah? Bokos local government, where you, Mr. Dalung, the state you come from. That was what you came to that studio. And he said a lot. And because he's so, I want to use the word afraid, or scared, he's afraid to actually call out the name of the terrorist ethnic nationality in Nigeria, creating this level of division, level of poverty, insecurity in that contraption. Because you need to understand, Nigeria wasn't a great place. And there have always, there have been always like, terrorists in the, poverty in that contraption. Or you know something, majority of the people could still, right, feed themselves than the number you have there today, living in abject poverty. And when you go check the reason for some of this poverty, the primary of it is that those who could fend for themselves, I'm talking about the ones below the food chain, right? Those who could fend for themselves with small-scale farming here and there, it's either they have been killed or they have been chased to IDP camp, or they have run for their lives. And today, right, they are among the people or mouth that needed to be fed. Unfortunately, the farms growing the food continue to be attacked and destroyed by these terrorists. So Dalung had this to say, unable to mention Fulani. Can you believe that?
Let me begin by sending my condolences to the people of Plateau State, Bokos local government, to be specific, and the entire nation. It is indeed very unfortunate that every day human lives had been reduced to mere statistics. The security challenges on the plateau has been around with us for over 2 decades. It started around 2001, and the victim community was my own very community, the Tarok people. We spent 3 years without even going to farm, coming under incessant attack and marauders. Thank God after some time, we were able to stabilize, organize ourselves, and repelled the marauders, and we recorded some stability. But since then, the Plateau community has remained victims, moving from one community to the other, from the southern part of Plateau to the northern part. And it appears to have been domesticated now in Bokos local government. From the report I gathered about what happened, is that there is an established terrorist enclave within that local government. And an attempt by the security to repel them, disperse them, now resulted into this carnage where over 100 and something communities have been ransacked, killed. So it's quite unfortunate, but why do we continue to have this recurrence decimal and the same music of, oh, we're on top of the situation, oh, government is aware. I think basically what has fueled the plateau situation is the absence of justice. In all the plateau crisis, there had been several commission of inquiries. This commission of inquiries indicted non-persons over the years. None of them had been prosecuted. Some of these terrorists, they unleash havoc and kill people. Those that are arrested, taken to court, the following day they are granted bail, or thereafter they are granted bail and they are back into the community again. So we are ruled by impunity, and there seems to be no political will to deal with the situation, because I believe that it is only when justice is administered to the various commissions of inquiries reports that are rusting in the government libraries, we will not see an end to this human carnage. To be honest with you, Ayo, I guess, you see, the problem basically is trying to redesignate criminals with either ethnic identities or community relations. There is nothing like harder harassment clashes on the plateau. No. These are terrorists. They have their enclave, just like terrorists operating in Zamfara and elsewhere in the north. They steal cattle of people. They grab land. They operate a system in the bush that is a government. And these places are known. The security sometimes said, well, we couldn't do anything because there are no access roads. And I couldn't fathom that, because, I mean, in a technologically driven economy like ours, would the issue be that of access roads? What happens to drones and cameras? Other sophisticated gadgets of intelligence gathering? So if you sum up this, you will come back to this issue of lack of a political will. Because if the political will to deal with the situation is there, these people will be given their rightful designation. They are terrorists. There was no any farm or herders animals that were either rustled by the community or they trespassed into any farmland that resulted into this series of attacks we are hearing. Where they held sway as an enclave and they operate is ancestral land belonging to the natives of that place. They've sacked them out. Most of them are living in Bokos town and churches and schools. So if we must be very honest in dealing with the plateau situation, first, we will have to stop pretending that it is harder farmers' clashes. No, at all. It is terrorism. It is genocidal because it has made the international definition of genocide. When a group of people attack another group with the intention of wiping them on the face of the earth, it is genocide. When you employ a policy of starvation and trying to use that to wipe a community or a group of people is genocide. So what is happening is genocidal. Let us not be hiding about Ministry of Livestock. Ministry of Livestock cannot even do anything about this problem. The problem is for the federal government to designate these people with their rightful names, consider them criminals, and stop even attaching ethnic identity to them. Yes, predominantly, they belong to an ethnic nationality, predominantly. But I don't see them as operating in the overall interest of that particular ethnic nationality. Rather, they are criminals. And so if we do not treat them as criminals, we will miss the point and will continue to hold visits to Plateau State by government officials, and they will be on top of the situation while the criminals are on top of the situation.
Nuisance lele.
Like I said, he's trying to be clever by half. It is called political correctness. The only tribe in Nigeria threatening the existence of indigenous people in Nigeria today, the only single tribe doing that is the Fulani terrorist tribe. Fulani tribe, or should I say the terrorists from the Fulani tribe in Nigeria. Maybe that's the right way to put it. The ideal thing, normally, right, is to see the prominent Fulanis. Ordinary Fulani people, right, you can excuse them, not completely, all right? But you can excuse them in the sense that sometimes they themselves have no idea the damages or the consequences of the action of a disarmed terrorist that everybody knows are Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. Apart from, the Kanuri, Hausa, and some other kind of like other group of terrorists that camped inside the Boko Haram. You see, in Boko Haram, right, you are going to see Fulani, Hausa, Kanuri, and few other tribes like that, right, who are members of the terrorist or terror group. You see, that of the Fulani terrorist is a different ball game entirely. Okay? They have more than 100 different Fulani terrorist leaders in northern Nigeria. As we speak, only a few of them are prominent. When you are hearing about Bello Turuji, is prominent. Obaba is just 1 out of 100. All they have to do is just get themselves from Chad, from Niger, from Mali, group themselves as Fulanis, who are supposed to normally be with cows, right? It's like they sold their cows for guns, right? So the elite, the Fulani elite, governors, so I heard that out of the 19 governors from the northern Nigeria and the middle belt part of Nigeria, you have 10 of them who are Fulanis. So they are elites who are ordinarily supposed to lead the charge and say, you know what, crush these criminals. They do not speak for us. They do not represent us. The moment they pick up arms, right, and they kidnapped people or killed people, that is it. They are what? They are terrorists. And then oh no, they didn't do that. They are elites. You see minister, you will see governor, even your president, Bokwari, they were there rooting for them, gaslighting us that we should not call them, we should just call them bandits. They should do, that if we begin to ethnicize crime, sure you get that? If we begin to ethnicize crime, everybody will just be like, there will be no solution. That's a lie. That's gaslighting. There's nothing called ethnicizing a crime here. We know those who are members of the Boko Haram. We know those who are members of the Fulani terrorists or terrorism. So it's as simple as that. There's no other tribe in any part of Nigeria going about and killing people on their own ancestral land or chasing them away. There's no other tribe. There's no other tribe asking for land. There's no other tribe in Nigeria pushing for waterway bill to give the lands to this Fulani. As if to say the Fulanis in Nigeria are displaced. You get what I mean? Yeah, they are nomadic. They are moving from one place to the other. Blah, 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 bullshit that people say, right? But they come from somewhere. If you are a Fulani in Nigeria, you must come from somewhere. You just don't exist in vacuum. If you're a Fulani in Nigeria, you come from somewhere. You came from somewhere. You are either from Sokoto or even in this middle belt part of this contraption. We have some places where somehow they've managed to corner for themselves, and they are now the owners of the place. Well, the owners are dead, of course. So why would you leave Sokoto, leave Kano, leave your Katsina, leave your your Sharia North, Zamfara, and begin to come down southern Nigeria and killing people on their farms, destroying their livelihood, and then turn around and say, oh, do you want to hate us? Why are you hating us? Because we are Fulani. I say, you mad? So their elite protects them. Their elite speaks for them. They root for them. They would rather go after you. They will say, you are preaching hate. And this never really solves anything because people know who are the perpetrators. In Benin, in Edo State, right, Uromi, that triggered some of these recent reactions, right? The people of Uromi, the vigilantes in Uromi, I think that was a few days ago, they had to go or protest, kind of like they protested to the governor and said that the governor should fight for them to have their guns back because they've taken their guns away. And now I don't know if this is before the incident that happened in Uromi or after, but when they call something systemic, this is what it means.
So I just wanted to go straight, sir, because yesterday people were on the street yesterday.
Yes,
so
yes,
today
yes.
now, we saw that, is it that people are here to work or you said until they answer you?
We are here until they answer us. Because we don't suffer for this work. Person like me, I'm 21 years in vigilante. Now, if you check this my hand, more than 15 bullets, they inside this my hand today. So, our divisional, we have been working with our police right our divisional GPO. We work it on the station, any area we receive any call, we move to make sure so there's peace. When there's problem in Portharcourt, that our DPO pull out, the call of us, we bring our house to support it, to assist the DPO to make sure so there is peace at Upper Sakmoba. Now we don't collect our house. Anytime DPO call, not to assist, many things have been happening around the environment, around those states. So that is why we the vigilante, we have been trained, they train us how to shoot, how to dive, how to do many things. After our training, they give us our certificate. So when CP did come, he said he want to repair Edo State. We respect him as a good citizen of Edo State. We use our hand, carry our hands, don't give back. After we don't give back, he come out for EBS. Man around time say, is it easy to collect 2,000 something gold from boys to recover? That's we are attached. We don't know what we are doing. That's why we the vigilante of Edo State will come out to beg our governor to come to our aid, to come and rescue us. From the hand of our enemy, as we are saying now, many escape people we don't arrest. Before put for this thing, many of them don't come out. Our life is no longer safe. So we need our gun back.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
From Edo State. Now, from that Edo State, Esako, is that called Esako East? I mean, Esako West. I mean, Esako North. Here, it's kind of like a poorly recorded, image. Okay, so I apologize. The image is very poor, but the voice is, or the audio is very clear. What it is like, to exist around the Fulani terrorist who also believes that they are above the law, the same law that is telling you that if you violate it, you get punished. It's the same law that these animals, right, will also tell you that they are above it. Here is an encounter that somebody captured for us from that same Edo State.
Good morning, Nigerians. I am in my hometown, Anegbete, in Esako Central Local Government. This is the net these kidnappers put on the highway so that when the vehicle or when any vehicle is coming, the net will just enter the vehicle, roll the tires, and probably the vehicle will not be able to run again. And the kidnappers will just come automatically. They will block the person and they will kidnap the person. So as at last night, there is this Fulani kidnapper, a boy, it's a Fulani by tribe, as I'm seeing him, because they have spoken to him, he said he's Fulani. Him and his gang, they tried to kidnap somebody who was coming to Anegbete last night. And the person, knowing fully well that things like that are about to happen, when he entered the net, he started driving with speed. and the speed was able to cut off the net, but one of them jumped on the vehicle, dragging the steering with the guy. And the man drove with speed, and it brought the guy to Anegbete because the guy held the vehicle very tight. When he brought the vehicle to Anegbete, fortunately, the vigilante group were able to block them. They were on duty. They were able to block. I think that's the chairman, Mr. Monday Osigala. They were able, the vigilante group, they were on duty, and they blocked them that last night, and they were able to apprehend the guy. I'm going there right now. People will see the Fulani guy we are talking about. Funny enough, the funniest thing now is this, that when this guy was apprehended last night, he has been boasting that he has been to area command and that they have always released him. That criminals will never finish in Nigeria, and that no matter how they torture him, he is not going to say anything. So now you say no matter what the police do, you not go talk anything, Abi. You not go talk, and you go continue to the thief. You now continue to the kidnap people. Now so you not going to do like that. The head.
Even though they carry anything, they not go fit come.
They not go fit come where una dey.
They not fit shop that money. They not fit carry. They go kill Bature.
How many of una?
Now the one Jalil with my own second one. Now 3 will be.
Which bush una dey?
Now you know say now the same place we dey with the Jalil.
Who be Jale?
The one why they kill in Nebo, the one why they kill Batu, they carry Batu, they go Libya, go on Ethiopia, they say the one carry.
But na Nigeria be, you be, I be na Nigeria, you be.
Me na Nigeria, I be.
You be Nigeria. Which state?
Na where state where I dey.
Which state you be? Because na be Kado, I be where you be?
For both place. No be say na him na. Yesterday, no be here, they come and grab me. You see clothes why they carry. Because
what I am saying right now, before I finish this video, when this boy was apprehended by the vigilantes that were actively on duty last night, hold on, when they apprehended him, the room they kept him, they decided not to torture him, decided to just like lock him up in a room. Unfortunately, for the chairman of the vigilante, most of his direct food, plantain, I think dry plantain and some other things that were there. This boy messed them up, pee on them, practically defecated on all of them. Most of his clothes, most of the things that were there, they messed them up. And this boy is saying right now that no matter what they do to him, he is never going to confess. That they are deeply inside the bush, inside the forest, and that people cannot get there. You now, if they follow you, you feel carry people enter the forest, you feel carry people enter the bush.
I fear now.
You dey fear now to enter there.
They go kill me.
So if you go there now, they will kill you quick.
If you are there here, they not go feel. My neighbor will quick come. Because I'm the second, they will come together. If they see me here now, they will keep
So this thing what una do last night, so he good, I be not good.
Me, I don't know, nothing myself.
Okay, they bring you corn, a cow they won't use you can't do before. But all of a sudden now, you say they can't carry you and start kidnapping. They give you something in shop.
Fish. No, say me, I know the shop fish. I can't be promoted. Me, I don't know, say na I say him come. I say thank God.
So right now, people can see this is one of the kidnappers in Anegbete. Because of they had to bring him out because he messed up the room that he was kept. Thank you very much.
Like, what would you say to that? Do you think that, that guy was a kidnapper or somebody who is suffering from mental kind of, when you see these Fulani terrorists, every time they are caught, just every single time, they have always been looking raggedy, haggard, and sometimes they look like lunatics. That sometimes you have to ask yourself and say, wait, What happened to the millions, hundreds of millions of naira that they collect from people as ransom? Who are their sponsor? Where? What? I mean, who are those that actually takes these hundreds of millions of naira from them? Because they never really look better. They don't look any, they look dirty. They look, sick, kind of. And is very sane. Just in case if you're watching that video and somehow the humanity in you is somehow telling you that, oh, this guy looks like he's not mentally okay. Are they sure that this guy is a kidnapper and stuff like that? Well, if you have ever seen the videos of them being paraded, then you ask the same question like, what happened to the money? What happened to the money? Because they work in such a network sort of a style or way, whereby all this money still end up somewhere. They pack them from all over the place, drug them up enough that they can do whatever they want them to do because it depends so much on the drugs that they are offering them. So therefore, if they ask them to kill an entire village, they will do it and they will go on and get their shots later. So that's why they look like that. Because I don't think anybody who is sane, right, will do this without, I don't think so. Now watch this. Here is another person's experience.
What you want? If you want, go invite your brothers, come. See this useless cheap store people. They have vowed that will not rest. Are you on now since I origin? Can you find any more Fulani? These people told imagine where you get your malon a corner I do have an amigo Hankishuli. Gijan you look. Very stupid. Mwagana kwa una mwagana ulamnemu. Wap kwa bujiona ha. Chacha your mabo memga, useless your man, what have a memga. No, qua moonene, or qua one hour what you and your qua old lammy, old laminina. Come on. Onega. Come on. Yeah, mommy. These useless people have vowed that will not rest, so look at them,
We should be more protected. The armed Fulani terrorists, and some of them who still have their cows destroying people's farms, and others who are using their guns to kidnap people for ransom, or the people, the farmers, the ordinary people, we should be more protected by your government. A major seminarian called their brother Peter Andrew in that same Edo state, Akoko Edo, was kidnapped by this same Fulani terrorist. Ransom was demanded and it was paid, but they still kill him. Yeah, they killed him. And not a single person has been arrested for that. And there have been like many other, reverend fathers, Christian leaders and what have you, who have actually been abducted, including royal fathers who have been abducted and killed by these blood, this blood-sucking monsters called the Fulani terrorists. Recently, like I said, this young man Peter Andrew that got killed in this same Edo State, had one Reverend Father who was had to lash out at Okpebolo, that is the Okpe-Odoyo, the Dodoyo governor of Edo State. Remembering this person that got killed by this Fulani terrorist in one of the recent church service in Edo State. Watch this.
Even during that period, places like Ikpeazu, times 12 are kidnapped. Through the efforts of the local security people, they are able to escape. Others in Akoko, in Oma, and during the period I was mourning, I lost my mother. About a day or two after, when the seminarians and the priests were abducted, I was still mourning, adding to that. After the killing of the seminarians, I added into my mourning period. Few days later, I lost my brother, who for one of you. Already I lost my aunt, the only sister of my mother. Few days later, I lost my brother, one of you here, parishioner, was buried on the 25th. Was a member of the charismatic renewal here in our cathedral. In all this, I told our people who were asking questions, who were curious, that we should not act in tactful, that is, at cost of bad power. At cost of all the bad. Let us come.
Sorry about that. That's also a very poor audio clip. You know, in the hands of the Fulani terrorists in Edo State, lives have been lost. Countless, souls have been destroyed by those marauding animals. But the system won't really punish them. And then the hypocrites from the northern part of Nigeria who want to make it look like it is the end of the world, right? For what happened in Uromi, and or else we'll break it, that stuff. So if people are demanding for justice, or should be demanding for justice as they should, right? Definitely, we would all be hunting we'll be hunting for these Fulani terrorists wherever we can find them. Every one of us, because the agenda there is that they have the right to kill us, and they also have the right to actually steal from other people. But you do not have the right to fight back. So you fighting back can be classified as Fulanophobia, and then you as Fulanophobic. Well, the real terrorists are now going to be victims. So that is going to be a very tough one to do. Not while we live, not while people like us are still living. So that is why we must, for very good reason, right? We must never allow these rogues, right, to rebrand this murderous Fulani terrorists right before our very eyes. That is that. Terrorism varies in kind of different categories as you have dates, right? So the football team for Ikorodu City Boys, who are participating in their local football league in Nigeria, came under a serious fans threat when they were playing the Shooting Stars in Ibadan yesterday, that they attacked them, nearly lynched some of them because their game ended in a goalless draw. So the government of Oyo State had to bring soldiers, right, the military, as a security to escort this football team from Ikorodu to Ibadan. I mean, you know, so this happened just yesterday.
Well, I've heard moments before, I've heard stories of being at the stage at a great ground in the FPFL, but this is my first time of experiencing it. We are held hostage right here at the Lagos Lami Stadium in Ibadan after Ikpeazu first shooting star to the Gomes Pro. So we are all those staying in the dressing room. The light has been switched off, see the players using their phone. We are just all those things here. We cannot go out. Neither the players nor the officials will go out. At this point, the team bus has been vandalized. So we are just held those stage here. We don't know what's going on outside, but we cannot go out.
Look my hand. They want you as
Báwo lè ṣe gbà aláṣẹ?
Anybody wá lọ ṣe wèrè ẹ̀ ṣí tàn gan ni.
Ẹ̀sọ́ tí wọ́n ti sọ nǹkan tẹ̀lé fún ọ. Mo tẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ni.
That's football, right? So some of them sustained like, physical, injuries and all of that because the thugs, the supporters of shooting stars in Ibadan decided to hold them hostage, and they had to bring their military to kind of like escort them to safety out of Ibadan back to Lagos. Now, talking about Lagos, you see this Supreme Court judgment that clearly removed Julius Abure as their chairman of Labour Party. There are other ripple effects of that, okay, of that judgment, because that same Congress also produced some state executives for Labour Party as well. And by that judgment, by Congress, the same Congress that the Supreme Court kind of nullified, right, also produced some state executives like Lagos. So the guy or the lady in charge of Lagos State Labour Party, she's a pastor or a reverend, but something happened today. Today, Monday, is when the Usman's group were told to go take over the secretariat. All right. Araban Bidiot was seen yesterday screaming like a banshee. Yeah, Google it. It was Agbeke that usually be like, why are you screaming like a banshee? Banshee, right? Is is this animal that looks like impala? Abina, what's it they call it? Impala, something like that. So screams, but you would not hear anything he or she is saying. So I'll share that with you. But today, it wasn't a good sight, as some group of people who took over the secretariat of the Labour Party in Lagos State today were asking the current chairman, or sorry, the former chairman to leave, and that didn't go down well. Okay, because there were vandalism that got involved in it all. Let's go to the Lagos State Labour Party Secretariat and see what happened there this morning. Come on.
All right, live at LP Lagos Secretariat. So everything has been posted. So right now, no, we did together. I'm a media person. We did together. We did together. Now no problem. Forget. So we did together. So everything has been posted. Àwọn young current àwọn ilé ògbọ́n kankan wọ́n máa nà ya anybody. Ẹ̀tọ́ ó náà ń gbébọ̀ ó ló ti tán. Ta ló sọ? Ó yá jáde. Ẹ máa nà kó jáde kúrò ńbẹ̀ ni ẹ pààyà sọ. Ẹ máa nà ẹ kó ṣáà máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Where your ọ̀gá dé? Ẹ bàjẹ́ láyé. Ṣé pákẹ́ ẹ̀ ó ló ti tán lọ́wọ́ ni? Ọ̀rẹ́ ibi dọ́kàs no smart nǹkan tá a bá fẹ́ wọnú bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́dọ̀.
Mọ́tò ló fẹ́ wọlé, mọ́tò ló fẹ́ wọlé. Must go!
No, we are not going. They can destroy him. No.
East Africa! 8!
God must go.
Oh, yeah. Yes! Everybody move forward. They want to address us. Move. Yes!
Your time is up.
Yes! Everybody move forward. Everybody move. Everybody move forward. Yes, everybody move forward. Everybody
must go.
Yes.
Sí politician o sí ẹ̀kọ́.
Orúkọ kálukú wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Sí ẹ̀kọ́.
Orúkọ àwọn tájọ́ ń dupò yẹn wà ní.
Orúkọ ló wà ní pépà yẹn.
Orúkọ àwọn tájọ́ ń dupò wà ní.
Oya movement.
Pastor Ekong, ẹgbẹ́ picture ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ síbẹ̀, ògùn ló máa pààyà. Ẹgbẹ́ picture ẹ̀ sẹ́gbẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ sẹ́gbẹ̀. Oníṣoríire. Ekong. Ekong lóògùn ògùn lélẹ́yìí ògùn ni o. Ògùn ni o.
So that was them. According to them, right? They are there to kick out. Her name is Ekong. I don't know. I want to hear what's her full name. You have a full name for her, right? Let's try again. Dayo, okay. She's Pastor Dayo Ekong. She's on the side of Abure as one of Abure's co-travelers. She is the one on the right in this image. Abure is the one in the center, just for context, so that you understand who. They found all those, what do you call it? What would you call that? Those voodoo, right? You call them protection, abi womadira.
Pastor, pastor, our mojo sticker ló show wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dira o, ìpápá ẹ̀dá lórin. Yẹ kí wọn Bible tó ń jẹ. Kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tọ̀ àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí a fẹ́ jókòó tẹ̀ rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú Bible pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí lólo. Ìwọ má dira ayé bàjẹ́. Pastor.
Hold up. So Pastor Ekong, abi Yalosha Ekongi, whichever one that suits you. She is not supposed to be the Labour Party chairman in Lagos State anymore after that Supreme Court judgment. But they are still waiting for interpretation. As they are waiting, this one's sort of like demolition. What do we call that? Like disrupting. So the first meltdown of Arabambi Diot on this matter. You see, recently, right, Arabambi Diot said they have settled their differences with Abure. Now, Abure being on the side of Arabambi Diot, also very recently, Arabambi Diot went on TV and said that they were working to make Peter Obi their presidential candidate in 2027. And that all their differences, all his criticism, all of that stuff, they are now in the past. Also, just last year, it's when Arabambi Diot, Lami Diot Apampas, and others with Abure said they settled their differences. And Abure could continue as their chairman. They frowned at this caretaker committee put together by Peter Obi and Oti. So now, I don't know what their relationship is now going to be like, especially for Arabambi Diot, now that the supposed settled problem is not settled after all, or it's not settled in his favor. I don't know how soon the whole meltdown is going to snowball into Peter Obi this, Peter Obi that again, but just for the record, right? His reaction is quite hilarious, by the way, like as usual.
I not take over that sector. I said they send message to her that they are coming to invade us violently, didn't we have the right to defend ourselves? If somebody in this country, where we have a sitting president, from NSC, who was supposed to conduct themselves in a civil manner, we have the audacity to be sending messages to political parties that they are coming to invade.
Mr. Rabambi, very quickly, because we're out of time.
What he did in Imo, that he was beating black and blue.
Mr. Rabambi,
they said they want to come and invade us. So you mean that you sit down, somebody will come and slap me. Am I a mumu?
But you reported to law enforcement.
We have reported them. No, we will be there. So let them come. It is our territory. Let them come and invade us there, so that the security will know who are the people, that came there, and there will be an opportunity to even change their leadership, because they were not supposed to put somebody who will not respect the rule of law as even their president. But today is going to be the test case for them. They said they are coming. Well, we are there. We will not run away.
The next few hours will determine.
So it's just a matter of time before you begin to hear that Peter Obi is the one that want to take over their party, hijack their party again. And whatever was settled is now going to be unsettled. So when they came, Arabambi Diot was not there. Or maybe Arabambi Diot was waiting in Abuja. I have not received the clips of what happened in Abuja, but that of Lagos. Here is the concluding video. Please watch it.
I'm here live Escos. Hey, this is for real.
It's for real, it's for real.
Whoever that did this they must answer to the authority.
They pack all our document to go. Away from here. Printers were taken away from here. Money was taken away from here. All our pictures were taken away. All our award was taken. They are not here to attack the lioness. They are here to save, to kill. Because what we had now is their mission is to kill and to take away.
Hey! Sure you guys are hearing,
Here was broken up. Like 20-30 bags of rice was here and some money.
So they're not only thugs, they're thieves.
They are 300 according to numbers.
Eh?
They are not thugs, they are thieves. A word talk is an understatement. They are thieves. They are here to kill, to steal, and to damage.
Hey. Chairman, you see, what we are saying, we cannot be.
Bring that camera here. Come and see how our door was broken. This is the attack on our door. Look at the key, it's still there locked. Our door was forced open.
Oh my goodness.
And when they are here, we learned that they were calling their sponsors.
Hey.
They are calling their sponsors, they've gotten her.
Pack all the documents.
They pack all our documents, our breverages,
documents that we are here, they pack
our watch was taken away.
All the awards. And the money.
Look at the walls. All our on this wall we have awards picture of the lioness.
Yeah, they took everything.
Our TV was taken away.
These ones are armed robbers now.
We have a lot of bags of rice packed here.
They took everything.
Bag of rice was taken away. 30, 50, and some money. How much is the dollars?
I have $700 that I kept.
And the lioness also have some millions under our drawer there.
Hey. This man, whoever that is behind must be. I will know who.
The secretary office was vandalized to a level of no repair.
Some
valuable documents were taken away.
Our national must act on this, so we cannot let this go scot free. Hey?
All our cards have been taken away, and we cannot even know their numbers.
Hey.
So they have a mission.
Yes, so this one, and I don't think this one is just anti-party. Other party.
The door broken to the office of the Secretary of Labour Party, Lagos State. Same thing happened to the lioness office.
Wow.
Even the material.
Look at even the administration.
They're carrying to deliver this money. material delivered to me this morning.
And this material was delivered this morning and it was taken away. 5 expensive
This one's a thief now.
Yes. 5 expensive material was brought this morning to the States and has been taken away.
That I was supposed to give to the stylists.
These ones are thieves. They are not just political. They are not just political thugs. These ones are thieves. They empty the fridge. Hey, wonderful.
And the mini freezer that was there, they carried it.
People, this one, we cannot let this one slide though. This is serious.
Let's come and see where the claim they found.
Look at the rice, inside the rice.
This is where our pictures were displayed this morning.
Yeah, we saw that video. Yeah, that they were stomping on it.
The video they are circulating.
From Labour Party in Lagos State. So they might be right, all right, that those who came to attack their office came to steal, destroy, and even kill. Because right now, it's like, you know, wherever you can see, you know, what they call the dog is dog, right? Wherever you see food, chop. I beg, sit down there, chop. Oh. So they came to come and do soli, and possibly have a physical confrontation with whoever they met there. But when they got in, they found out that they had money. They had, stock fridge. They had bags of rice. And then, like they said, some money. So they just robbed them. In the course of trying to, implement the Supreme Court's judgment, Abby, I think. Right. Let's leave Labour Party, okay, and take a look at the protests that took place across Nigeria today. I don't know how many of you were aware that there was going to be a protest in Nigeria today, organized, of course, by Take It Back, led by Sowore. So their demands, right, were to demand for one, good governance, which would never happen. And then they are also demanding that the Cybercrime Act, the same one that they are using to persecute every government critic. If you say something about the illegitimate regime of the druggie, call you on social media, the law at which you'll be kidnapped by the DSS and possibly be put in front of another mofo judge who is part of this system, then they'll keep you in their detention, in their jail. It's called the Cybercrime Act, in which the president of Nigeria can say, you are bullying him on social media. Oh my God, my ego is bullying me. I said, Mr. President, sorry. What happened? They are abusing me on social media. I say, who is abusing Mr. President on social media? You have committed a Cybercrime Act crime or something. And then they will charge you for treasonable felony. Treasonable felony, by the way, is carries a capital offense. If you are found guilty of treasonable felony, they will say, they go kill you. So then you have a snowflake, or you have a snowflakes in charge of your corrupt system. You have corrupt snowflakes whose skins are very, very light and thin, right? And they actually think they are doing us a favor, kind of. So if you say something they don't like, boom, Cybercrime Act. You have committed a crime. So Sowore and the Take It Backers organized a nationwide protest, which indeed actually was nationwide in context. Unfortunately, right, there is no seizable number to make impact. So Sowore said, well, it is a rehearsal. According to him, this is just a rehearsal. Something big is coming. I've got something huge for you. Call you, according to Sowore. So let's go see what happened in Abuja, in Portharcourt, in Ibadan, in Edo, the same Edo state, in Edo, including Bauchi. That's some of the places where people actually turned up this morning, right, to express their call for the repeal of that atrocious law, by the way, okay? And of course, it didn't really change anything though yet. But like they said, it is a rehearsal. Let's go take a look at how the day one went from Lagos and then Edo.
He is imposing an illegal rule in Rivers. So he could not build an hospital where he could even treat himself.
So what's the next line of action for the movement?
Now, the next line of action is that Nigerians, we are going to, it means, as I said earlier, what we are having today is a warning action. But before I talk about what we are going to do next, I want to add to some of our demands. Currently, protesters have been arrested in Abuja after they were violently dispersed. We are calling for the immediate release of the protesters, all of them arrested in Abuja, in Yobe, in Gombe, in Rivers. And again, we are reiterating our call for the immediate resignation of illegal IGP Dalung. He should not be holding the office to ransom. He is unfit to continue to hold that. As a matter of fact, is holding that position illegal. He has retired. Let him go into retirement. This is a warning action, and we are going back to remobilize. Remember, last year we had a warning action on June 12th, right? Yeah. And by the time we came back in August, we shook not just the entire country, we shook the entire world. In October 1, 2020, we had a warning protest. And when we came back on October 7, we did not only shook the entire country, we shook the entire world. Two MSAs. We shook the entire world. So now we have come out in April as a warning protest. If the government of Tinubu did not accede to our demand, stop the illegal, repeal the cybercrime act, reverse the legal emergency rule in Rivers State, stop demolition of houses in places like Owonshoki and other places, release all protesters that have been arrested, and also stop the trial of those who are being charged for treason for partaking in Endbadgovernance Protest, people like Michael Lenin and others. If the government of Tinubu did not accede to this demand, then the next time we are coming out, it will be Aluta Infinito.
What's the name, your name? Boss, is there a deadline? Is that not to make me give it the government?
No, the Nigerians should wait to hear from us, and it will be very soon.
The deadline is immediately.
Yes.
The deadline is immediately. And so, comrades, as we are going, we want to sing one small song. And we'll be going. That song is a warning of what we'll be doing next. We just starting, we never begin. I don't know. We just starting.
Hello everyone, my name is C King. I am here at Lagos State House of Assembly. As you can see, we are protesting for our rights. As we speak, there is something they put in cybercrime. They say now cyberbullying, cyber stalking. Whenever you talk with your mind about the bad governance, they will come and pick you. Even if you dey inside village, when network no deal, they go find you. But these same people will come find you for inside village, or something you just type online, they cannot locate the kidnappers. They cannot locate people that are ruining this country. We are out here right this time in Lagos House of Assembly. None of them were able to come outside and attend to us and address us. They are trying to let us know that the Lagos State government is not functioning. They are not there. They don't exist. They're not just there. On a Monday morning, they don't exist. That is how bad the country is. As we speak, I will not lie to you, there is so many insecurity in the country. As we speak, the president is not in the country, the #1 candidate. I just saw his picture where he was in France. He was putting a newspaper on his lap, and on that newspaper, they wrote play 2 killings. Don't be something where happened last year, something where happened days ago. He did in lap. Why the Mumu, the president, he did France. Are you supposed to be in France when they are killing your citizens in Nigeria? You know, you are aware. You cannot find solution to it, but you travel, come on for the country. As we speak, Nigeria is gone. There's nothing working. A lot of poor people, they've demolished their house. They are homeless as we speak. Everybody are just taking chances. Any smart power like this, they want to be misbehaving. I will tell you this for free. Nigeria government, they are zero. They are not doing anything. Nothing where this country they do. At the best.
Aware that none of us is safe in this country today. None of us is safe. You can't travel in our roads. You can't go to France. This is why there is, high level of crime in our country, where the Nigerian leaders, the rulers, are refusing to give to the people what the people deserve. So this is some of the threats that we have not seen over here. That is what we are.
Water on our way, man. When I remember politics, them water on our way, man. Water on our way, man. When I remember the Senate, water on our way, man. Water on our way, man. When I remember. Ghost state. This is a ghost state. Ghost state. Protest ongoing. Water on our way, man.
Water on our way, me high. I think there's something I have been trying to process, but I'm going to share it with you, right? I don't think there can be any spontaneous, massive, shut down kind of protest without the influence of some certain kind of like factors or people. Not even in any part of the world, which I have come to realize. All right? We have been talking about spontaneous protests, like just spring up somewhere, there's no spontaneous protest. There's always going to be, some drivers behind it that can push it enough that it could actually change things. Right now, if you see, if, for example, like let's use America or even this country, right? There are those whose business is just to mobilize, organize, just protesters. And they always have the driving kind of like slogan they will create, if they are facing government or they are facing the, the capitalists, the billionaires and all that. So then you have those also behind whose own way of giving back to the society is to actually fund some of these protests. What happened in Nigeria in 2012, as we have now come to realize, or prior to that as well, right? We realized that there's nothing, not even the MKO Abiola June 12, right? Was, organic per se. It looks natural because people were angry and so we could leverage on it, mobilize a lot of people who are going to buy into it anyway, and you don't have to see their hands. But the protest, the whole campaign, including media presence, home and abroad, sort of like columns being published in different foreign medias and all that, they are part of the whole scheme that eventually, right, it will become so massive and you can shut down everywhere. You don't have that in that contraption anymore. You know why? Because people who used to organize protests, call in the civil society groups, give them some money, bags of money. Some of the protests you participated in Nigeria in the past, right? They were actually organized by the people who are now in government. Yes, Tifnumbu and his gang. That's why it seems like it's so difficult to actually get everybody together again. And there's no real, kind of like any patriotic Nigerian anywhere, like patriotic Nigerian that would just say, well, we need to save this contraption, okay? So I am going to fund this kind of like, protest here and there so that we can get what we want. So you don't have that. Now, when Sowore calls out for protests, you only see maybe about 10, 15, 20 people. And I bet the criminal politicians just sit somewhere and they just laugh. You get what I mean? They just laugh. Yeah, you see that Arab Spring as well, right? It wasn't spontaneous. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We have seen different kind of revolution, revolution like protest, only for you to discover later that America get hand inside down. Something will happen, okay? It's happened. And somehow you've seen worse things, right? Done by the government. But this particular one is so symbolic, right? No, this is the one we are going to use. This is the one we are going to build our rage on. Now, just like that, you know, you all have a lot of things getting you mad about government anyway, right? Then suddenly you're just like, how could the policeman slap that woman? Can you imagine? I am so angry. Why would the policeman, why would he slap that woman like that? We are going to end this government. The Tinubu must go. And yet, that's all you need. People are already enraged about the economy, the insecurity, the corruption, the impunity, and the bullying, the oppression, and all that. So, but you just need something to build their rage on. America is very good doing that, okay? They will build the rage around it for you. You won't see their hand at all. You know, you just found out that there is enough money. There is enough money, including the media. The media will begin to promote and push it, and boom. You have what they had in 2012. That's how it works. So when I saw the numbers of people who came and attended this rally, I'm like, 220 million people. You can't even get 1 million people. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's cursing the government. Tinubu, now God go punish you. Tinubu, this and that. But when it is time for them to express that disgust or that, what do you call it? That form of rejection, right? You only see just a handful of them. 20 people, 30 people. Singing solely. Others will just be looking at them. I think they worry these ones. Let us go home and just let us continue our suffering that way. Let's go back to that street.
Good morning, distinguished citizens of the world. This is the Bauchi State wing of the Take It Back movement. Today we join well-meaning Nigerians, as you all know that we have embarked on a nationwide action of repealing the Cybercrime Act, and we are also calling for the President Tinubu to revisit his statement, his action by bringing back the administration of Rivers State government. And there has been violence in the town. Citizens cannot freely access the social media. Citizens cannot talk freely. So, in line with Section 39 and 49 and 40 the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we know this is the guiding document for the country. So we want our leaders to be guided. Let them refer to the manual of the Constitution, because what is happening is totally undemocratic. So we are calling for these three demands. We want to repeal for the Cybercrime Act and installation of the Rivers State government, administration of criminality, and administration of President Ahmed Tinubu should allow Nigerians to access the internet freely without any hindrance. These are our three demands. So as you can see, we are just converged here. We are going to start moving towards the government house and see how the administration of government and extend our voice to the greater level. Thank you for having me on. Take it back.
Action.
Bauchi.
Take it back.
Nigeria.
Action.
Thank you.
Nice strategy. Morning, sir. Morning, nice strategy.
Take it back! Take it back! Take it back! But if you are not aware, festival of your bread. Oh, yes. So I want somebody to come up in a very direct manner. No problem, we are good now. I want to Niwalara Baba. Niwalara. I want to Niwalara Baba. Niwalara. Niwalara Baba. Niwalara. Niwalara Baba. Niwalara. Niwala
are citizens of Nigeria. We have all our rights to express our pride. We are not Boko Haram.
In Lagos and a few other places. But you see, in Abuja and Rivers, Portharcourt, the police there, you know, they didn't take long before they did what they always, you know, do. And that is just shoot at them. Yeah. Like, why do we have these guys? I said, oh, they are protesting for the, you know, repeal of cybercrime acts. Oh, really? All right, shoot them. Just like that, shoot them. And you bump one. Because that's all they know. That's all. That is all that these criminals actually knew, by the way, right? So let's go to the concluding part of that protest that cuts across Lagos, Abuja, and Portharcourt. Please watch.
I'm a Sarapa. Oh no. I'm a man of the Ligiwa. I'm a man of the Oh yeah. Nigeria, be bold and courageous. Speak for yourself. Be bold and courageous. Speak for yourself. Nobody can come fight for you. Now you go fight for yourself. No Jesus Christ anywhere we go fight for you. Yes. No any God will come fight for you. No Muhammad will come fight for you. I tell you now you go fight for yourself. I tell you. Yes. I tell you. Nobody go fight for you. God will come down. No God will fight for you. No God. We go fight for you. Yes. Anyway, can you tell for Jesus Christ? Can you tell anybody? They shout Jesus Christ. I be in Jesus. I only put. Tina, thank you. How far make I take your video? You know, send me a day life. Make I take this normal video where they take it. You know, send me a day life and if you yeah, okay, how far? If you ever hold the phone, the video. And my people be this so BGT. Oh no, baddest guy Yala anybody.
They mount every time, every day.
Baddest guy.
The time for our freedom is now. They are fine there. They don't care our mind. Mount or man, when they come, that's it we take. If they come, Mount or man, they go collect. Nigeria belongs to all of us. So not only Tinubu, not only Sowore, not only Wike. Not only Ayabelo,
you not go better for weekend.
This is for all of us. And we must have our country back.
For weekend.
Allah.
Weekend go collapse. You go collapse. I just will check winner.
There's something there, cybercrime, they say cyberbullying, cyber stalking. Whenever you talk with your mind about the bad government,
yes sir.
Come and pick you inside, even if you dey inside village. When they come, no they go find you. But these same people will come find you for inside village, or talk say you just type online, they cannot locate you. They cannot locate people that are ruining this country.
Yes, sir.
Out here in Lagos House of Assembly, none of them were able to come outside and attend to us and address us. They are trying to let us know that the Lagos state government is not functioning. They are not there. They don't exist. They're not just there. On a Monday morning, they don't exist. That is how bad the country is. As we speak, I will not lie to you, there's so many insecurity in the country. As we speak, the president is not in the country. The #1 candidate. I just saw his picture where he was in France. He was putting a newspaper on his lap, and on that newspaper they wrote play 2 killings. Don't be something where happened last year, something where happened days ago. He did in lab. Why the mumu, the president, he did France. Are you supposed to be in France when they are killing your citizens in Nigeria? You know, you are aware. You cannot find solution to it, but you travel come up for the country.
Journey of no return.
Nigeria is gone.
Journey of no return.
A lot of poor people, they've demolished their house. They are homeless as we speak. Everybody are just taking chances. Any smart power like this, they want to be misbehaving. I will tell you this for free. Nigeria government, they are zero. They are not doing anything. Nothing where this country they do at the verse.
Go back, Shebo.
Canisters shooting tear gas by the police at the peaceful protesters.
There is victory for us in the struggle for Nigeria. There is victory for us. The police is shooting at us. We are peaceful protesters. The police is shooting at us.
Nigeria, there is victory for us. There is victory. Ever backward, never. In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory. Freedom cometh by struggle, Lord. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Oh, freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Our freedom cometh by struggle. Oh, freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Our freedom cometh by protest.
Look at them. They are shooting at us. They are shooting at us. On the instruction of Tinubu. On the instruction of Tinubu and yes on weekend. On the instruction of Tinubu and yes on weekend. They are shooting at us. They are shooting at us. Yes. Let them kill us. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. You are on camera. You are on camera. Continue to shoot. Continue to shoot. You are on camera. Continue to shoot. Continue to shoot. My eyes, I can't see. I can't see. This way, this way.
Nigerian police are taking us. We are homeless. We are homeless.
They are shooting at us. They are shooting at us. Yes. Let them give us no problem.
Go back, Shebo.
canisters, shooting tear gas by the police at the peaceful protesters.
Wahala not too much. I like that when somebody said we should, in fact, give a kudos, a big kudos to the AAC. Because see, Sowore and the AAC, they take it back. They don't have, the necessary clouds to shake the system. They are the only one with the real, kind of like opposition kind of agenda that could disrupt the system, right? Rather than try to want to pretend, that you could work with the system or work something around it, like some people are doing right now. So they are the only one. Like, imagine if these AAC guys, imagine if they had 5 million in your concluded charade election, right? Let's say they had 5 million or they had 2 million. I mean, Tifnubu won't find it anywhere funny like he currently enjoys, in my own opinion. So when they asked Sowore about this evening, he said, you see, even though Nigerians have not really been turning up, despite their repeated call to action, but for those who have turned up and keep turning up, they are the motivator for others, you, who are still procrastinating, kind of, right? So Sowore said, this is a rehearsal. Something huge is coming, as he told Sheu Sani this evening.
What exactly was the reason why you and your friends took to the street today? Why?
Well, a number of issues in the country, and this was a nationwide declaration primarily to restore, free speech to Nigeria. If you have monitored and followed my activities or our activities recently, you see that we've been pulling young Nigerians who are using social media to express themselves from one police station to the other. You saw me in Lagos accompany a youth corporate to the local government inspector's office. You've seen situations where we had to go to court. I myself have faced 3 major charges of cybercrime. First was in 2019 when Buhari was in power, and then Neduwoko got me arrested and charged, and then the IG of police recently also charged me to court, and which led to the seizure of my international passport for the last 3 months. So we are asking that this particular notorious law be repealed immediately, and that it has no place in a democratic country. But we also had expanded this to allow different units of TIB to campaign and protest over issues affecting them. And the country today is in shambles. A lot of people are complaining of hunger, starvation. You have a lot of illegalities going on in Rivers State. Kogi State was denied of their representation in the Senate. People have no jobs. The shelves are empty. And in view of all of this, the movement decided to start rallying people across the country to fight back. And this is just the beginning of it, by the way.
When you say this is the beginning, what do you mean by that? You mean is it day one, or is going to be a series in what you have planned? What exactly do you mean by that?
It's a series in what has been planned to have some of these protests, but over time in intensity and volume, this protest will get bigger, because we are very sure that Nigerians are tired of the social, political, and economic conditions that they are confronted with, and the fact that
you know, in all of it, it seems not to have leaders who care about their situation, and they're just going on about thinking about how to grab power and not how people can survive in this country known as Nigeria, their country.
But in all of these, is there any of the agitation that is new? It does look to me like you have described exactly what has gone on for years in the country. Is there anything new in what you are agitating about on the streets of Nigeria today?
Well, you are saying that if someone is if someone took ill and hasn't been cured of the illness or ailment, you know, we should stop applying medicine so that you know, they can survive. That's what it sounds to me like you are repeating. We're just saying that it may not be new, but it is now starting to threaten the existence of the people of Nigeria. You cannot have a country where people have nothing to eat, once people have unemployment on a larger scale. You have some of the worst situations in terms of inflation, and then you tell people, young people, of inflation, and then you tell people, young people who are not being cared for, that they can't speak on TikTok, they can't talk on Twitter, they can't express themselves. You slam on them, you know, pretty much kind of colonial era type of law, which used to be called sedition, is now cybercrime act, which was promulgated, by the way, in talk, and if they do, you can throw them in jail for as long as you want. One young person known as Tuma spent 50 days in detention until like 2 weeks ago, where we got him out, because he made a TikTok broadcast that insulted, according to the police, the wife of the president. Before then, some ladies spent the last Christmas and New Year in detention and in prison because he said something that the son of the president did not, according to the police, insulted the son of the president. So you are holding the entire country at the behest of a family that is performing poorly. It doesn't matter how long it takes. People are just now fighting back. Maybe you see a more robustly and intense resistance against the culture of oppression in the country, because just as you're having these, people are also very concerned about a lot of things, including electoral integrity in the next upcoming election, because we are now aware that the president of Nigeria doesn't even want to leave power. He has connived with some guys in the National Assembly to ratify a law that will give us what they call a parliamentary system of government, in which he will spend 6 years, and that will give him 10 years in power. That is their secret plan. So we're planning our own openly to resist and ensure that we take our country back from these guys who are just running it aground on a daily basis.
And where are you getting that story from? That there are plans
you are aware that there's
overstaying of power,
yes,
or a sit-tight tendency that you're. What exactly?
Sure. Anyway, Omoyele Sowore, who strongly believes that it is when the Nigerians themselves are actually tired of you know, this ruinous class or ruining class. The liberal team calls them a ruining class of Nigeria elite. So he believes that when the Nigerians are tired of them, like tired, okay, they will rise, and not just rise, they will rise to clean and cleanse the organ task, sort of. But when he was asked about his possible consideration for this coalition, this or coalition that, something that others are saying is likely going to be the only solution of getting Tinubu out of the old rock in 2027, right? Sowore had this to say.
Corruption, why the central bank governor at that time was stealing and looting the country. So these guys are taking you on a perilous path. I am advising you, don't follow them onto this path to perdition. Don't. Take your country back from this regime. They have nothing good to offer you. The only good thing they have to offer you is something they have to offer themselves. You know, buy a brand new jet, spend every other market day in France, taking care of themselves while you suffer until you die.
Yeah, just for a moment. I like to know, in all of this, how do you think, because apart from the protest and the rallies that you are organizing and the agitations, how do you think you can change things? Are you joining your very good friends, the Atiku Abubakars of this world, the Peter Obis of this world? Because we are understanding they are coalition, they're coming together, they are aligning forces. Some of them are joining the SDP. Are you also joining the SDP? Do you have plans to form a coalition? What method? Because there are those who say there is no pathway to defeating Bola Tinubu in 2027.
I am not joining any coalition. The coalition that they joined in 2013 and 2014 is what brought about the APC. So joining another coalition in 2025 is doing the same thing all over again without thinking about achieving a different set of results. With the coalition that needs to be built, and I have said this and I will reiterate on your show, is the coalition of the oppressed. These are the two coalitions we need. But joining another coalition that is made up of the same people who were the ones who created the coalitions that have ruined Nigeria is an injustice, an injury to the people of Nigeria. So you can never see me in their coalition. I will never be part of it. I'm not joining the SDP. I'm not joining any of the Ps in Nigeria's political system. I'm not part of the people playing chess with the destiny of Nigerian people.
So you are running this all by yourself. You are going solo, one-man battalion. That's what you are doing. You are running this race.
No,
by the way, do you plan to run in 2027? So if that's the case, you're running against the status quo, the run of play all by yourself.
I've told you before, and I'm not doing it to play politics on the show, that I never stop running. Never. I am probably the only candidate you can see on the street who has been doing things that he believed in, carrying out things I believe would permanently put an end to this kind of politics of, deception that has put Nigeria in the condition that it is today. You don't have to worry about running it alone. I'm not running it alone. When the numbers grow, when Nigerian people finally are tired of being treated like trash in their own country, everybody will come together, and then you know where the power lies, with the people.
How do you hope to be able to do this in our present political climate? To be realistic, Omoyele.
Your present political climate is what you described. The political climate in which politicians, gerrymanderers, carpetbaggers keep changing their location without changing their character. So that's the political climate you know. That's the one you talk about. That's the one you understand. I'm not accusing you of promoting it, but that's what you're used to. But there's also a politics of liberation. And that is the politics that brings the corruption.
So in a nutshell, right? Omoyele Sowore would not join them. So that's a dictum. That if you can't beat them, you should join them. It's not for Omoyele Sowore, okay? So to him, he won't join them because he can't beat them. He will rather possibly, keep looking for like minds that will team with him, and then he can possibly beat them up. Sure. Now, on the other part, where everybody is trying to deal with whatever really concerns them, the people from Edo State are dealing with the endless stream of Fulani terrorists in their domain, including the local terrorists as well, local criminals who are taking advantage of the insecurity in that part of Nigeria. So similarly, right, we have, what do you call it? We have a lady, I know it's a bit off, right? So there's a lady who is celebrating a personal achievement worthy of mention. Okay, so she happened to be the first person, the first woman to enter aeroplane in his own, in our own community, and it was actually like a big thing that they had to organize a get together like this.
Come, let me show you what I mean. Okay.
Make everybody shout, they pursue wherever, gives them happiness. So for the record, the internet will never forget that she is the first woman to enter aeroplane in our community. And yeah, if the people are not going to sing your praises, maybe you should do it yourself. If they won't blow your trumpet, maybe you should do it yourself. I've seen a video where, I won't mention where, but what happened in that video, okay? Where people seemed to be fighting back slowly, or should I say gradually as well. You see, I saw a video where some people or some community, right, came together and they went after this Fulani terrorists terrorizing their community, and they shot, they kind of like executed about 4 of them. I won't show you that video. I'll show you something close to it. Same thing in Edo State. This is, lately we have had more and more from Edo State to give us the real picture, the true picture of what life is in Edo State, with the Fulani terrorists having their own fiefdom or kingdom just right there in Benin Kingdom. Watch this.
You see, huh?
They don't let me rest every day. So they start the whole bush.
See, this one a cassava.
Yes, where they come.
See, if you go inside there, now they rush come now. Now that day, they use cutlass begin to cut our people for bush. See, now this one they cut. See the man where they cut. Where they use cutlass cut.
Sorry.
The other day, okay, now you reach river that side. You no go back. You people have been disturbing us. Go that farm where they remove the whole cassava for ground. This man farm. They remove the whole cassava for ground. Okay, see this farm now. See this farm now. Nothing for inside.
Nothing. They just start
nothing for inside now. Bush there, that's how now go come up for that. See this farm now. See the way now doing. See the way now they chop the corn now. See you see huh? Una see huh? If you climb up this man farm, where it take almost 1.something million take brush, they remove all the cassava for grass. Show on the picture. Show on the video the way we do that day recently. We don't catch the carry go station. They'll go settle there. The other day, they call the busher cow for bush here.
Look. This one on my farm.
If I near
You see, you see what that they do?
Then they root the guy.
So, wanna carry them go. Wanna carry them go.
Lose the cow.
Anything where concern cow, you not concern us. Now, not be una get cow.
I wait in here. Now when you set to work, you know, who are you?
I see what they do for my farm.
No,
you don't see what they do for my farm.
See, you see this corn. See the way they do all of them. See Percy cassava. See, see Percy Gary. You see, this one a Percy farm. See the way they do. This is a Rigon community. This is a Rigon community. See what you outside the doors. Okay, we not go get where we go farm for our land again. We not go fit farm for our land again. We not get the right to farm for our land again. Don't we have the right to farm for our land again? Mami, I want let Mami, see, you see, See, you see, you see, so we are here. My man, officer, in charge of Irigo community and Agbo Road. Also, the commander of all commander in Edo State Police, Vigilante, Headquarters of 5. I'm here presently now. This is my community and also this is my jurisdiction. Look at what they just did to somebody's farm. On a daily basis. On a daily basis. The problem is becoming... It's becoming too rampant. Now here you want make noise. Now here you want make noise. Now here you want make noise. You not gonna make the noises then. Why only you want not do what you want to do since then? So that is the situation on ground now. We have some of their people here who said they are representing them. Come out there. Come out for road. We have some of them here. They said they came because of these people, and we have arrested these Hausa people series of times.
This man come before.
We can't count it. Yes, we have seen him before. We have seen him before. Yes, we have seen him before. So the other day, when they caught, where is that man? Where they caught, use cutlass caught. See, now that in hand because now poisonous substance, cutlass now they take cotton. This thing don't they go 3 months now. The hand not finished. See, where they cotton. They come on Sunday, come kick out for inside bush here, so that maybe they take and go lay allegation say, now we kill the cow, and God can still do and we arrest them. So my brothers, we don't know what to do because we are not begging you people. Since it look as if you people are above the law, we can't talk to you, we can't do anything, and we cannot fight you, we cannot harm you. The only thing we will do, we take them to the police. All the damages here in this farm, you people will pay, and you people will write undertaking that you will leave our community. We did not say you should not, that is, you don't have right to travel from one, but how, okay, where did you expect this person, where he get this farm now?
Where did you expect him to recover this from this destruction? That's what he said. You know? Again, I have a video of others who didn't do too much shalaye or explanation. Here you get, they didn't do much. They just, when the Fulani terrorists shot at them, they returned fire. And yeah, about 4 of them were like gunned down. It's actually time for people to stop recording such and putting them on the internet as well. Don't you think so? Like, there's no point in making videos where you are like doing the right things whenever you encounter these criminals. in some communities, like Edo State, for example, they have a very large Hausa Fulani community too, or Hausa community to be precise, because those ones actually live within the communities. Some of them rent properties, like they rent houses, they live in. And there are Fulanis there too, from what I heard, okay? But you see this arrival of the massive surge in the number of the Fulanis that have now taken over their own forest, right? In Edo State is so massive in the last 5 years that people are just like, almost like living with them like that. Like, you know, let's just hope that they won't come to my farm today. Let's hope that it won't be my turn tomorrow. That's how people are living. So in some cases, they will get the Hausa community to come together, appeal to the indigenous people of that community, and agree to pay compensation as long as it hasn't gotten out of hands, right? But in so many places where the Fulanis actually carried out kidnapping, abduction of the indigenous people in that place. So that continued to put strains in the relationship of these indigenous people, as well as their visitors, the Hausas, and maybe some Fulanis too. So it continued to strain that relationship. And it's never really going to get, you're never going to recover, because until the people are allowed to go after these terrorists, you can then separate the terrorists, the criminals, from the normal people who are just, you know, like living their lives as legitimately as possible. So that's how it's going to happen. And in doing so, of course, there is likely going to be some mistaken identity where you are going to see jungle justice. So when I saw that video of, I won't say again where, and I saw that video where these, you know, local people themselves had to go after the terrorists, okay, and then shot them. It reminded me this fake ass sort of, you know, fake ass statement from El Rufaya, Kaduna, Jet Littlefinger. Who said this? He once said this.
Has always maintained the position that there is nothing like a repentant bandit. We don't believe in negotiation with bandits. We believe that the only repentant bandit is a dead one. When he's in the grave, I agree he has repented because he has gone to God. God will deal with him. I will accept that repentance. But any bandit that is alive cannot be repentant. Our position is kill them all. Let them go and repent to God, not to the government of Nigeria or Kaduna State. Has always...
So that makes sense, right? But that's just, those are just words, all right? Because at the end of the day, it was actually there to further empower the terrorists who were slaughtering people in southern Kaduna until the day he left. And since the day he left as well, right? They've not had a similar scale of violence unleashed on the civilian and innocent people from southern Kaduna. Just a quick reminder that, by the way. But the Ilajes in Lagos experiencing all these demolitions, right? And others though, well, let's add them to this coverage.
Fún wa níwèé notice wa àwa Ìlàjẹ àwa là ń pẹja fún yín ní Lagos State àwa Ìlàjẹ àwa là ń dìbò fún yín kò yẹ kẹ́ máa lé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé.
Outside o, we no see place sleep, so they come say dem come put fire on Friday. That's why we dey remove the remaining one. May we sell them. See something.
That's in Lagos, Yaba, among the places where Tokunbo Wabi Wole Wole has been operating recently. So the old man said that, you know, it is not just the Lajes that are living in that area. You know, that he is from Oyo State, and, you know, he's been living in that area with his wife, and he's got nothing left now that they've demolished this property or so. You know, that was in Lagos. All right. And this is another part where one of the high tech, you see this Lagos Coastal Road, yeah, that we talk about all the time. Right. I have the first glimpse from the presentation made by one of the ITEX engineers, I think, telling us about what they are doing on that their Lagos coastal road. The first 30 kilometers, the first 40, the first 60. Anyway, well, Sha showed where, they said they are doing some sand fillings and, that stuff, but in the raw form, okay? It was explained this in one of their supposed ministerial briefing with stakeholders. I don't know. But take a look. They are ongoing Lagos Calabar coastal road, especially in Lagos, where the project is mainly, right, concentrated. And in fact, according to Devulumai, Ifnubu will be commissioning a 30 kilometer from this 750 kilometer, sorry, from this 1,500 kilometer road. 30 kilometer will be ready and others will follow. But here is the others.
Please. So this is section 3B, Your Excellency. Section 3 is split into two sections. Section 3A, 27 kilometers running inside Akwa Ibom, and 3B running inside Cross River from Calabar to the borders of Akwa Ibom. So this is what you can see. We have started the clearing and the cut and fill operation in section 3B, starting from the kilometer 65 backward. So we are there, and the progress can be seen, and I hope you can visit the site so you can testify and launch the project properly, Your Excellency. So this is where we are. We have cleared almost like 6 kilometers. This is in Calabar, Your Excellency. We have cleared almost 6 kilometers to the extent of 60 meters, and we have started the cut and fill operation. We are in the process of introducing temporary culverts with the use of steel pipes in order to have proper accesses and mobility for the site. And you can see as well the cut and fill operation that is ongoing. What we are waiting to finish or to continue the job in full from kilometer 65 all the way to kilometer 0 is a little bit of enumeration. And based on your instruction as well, Your Excellency, we are trying to realign, which you have graciously in principle approved. We are moving away from swamps and bridges to minimize the cost of the project. That was unforeseen earlier, and this is where we are in this project so far. It is worthy to mention, Your Excellency, that this job is not up to 3 weeks old. So we did not start the job maybe like 20, 25 days ago. So this is where we are, and this is what we can show so far. Thank you.
So they just shown you what they call the Calabar Akwa Ibom side of the project. And according to them, that will be 60 kilometers back to 0. So from Calabar, they are calculated, they said, okay, from Calabar, okay, from Lagos, they are doing 30 kilometers. From Calabar to Akwa Ibom Junction, I'll be waiting the column. I've been now from Akwa Ibom to Calabar Junction. Sorry, Calabar to Akwa Ibom. So that's going to be 60 kilometers. So they've tried to avoid bridges, swamps. So they are like trying to redirect. Anyway, just so that you can probably have something to believe and say, oh yeah, they are doing a road for us from Calabar too. So if the people of the Calabar, Akwa Ibom, and the rest of them who normally, right, won't expect the supposed road to get to them until 2031. So if they begin to see some level of earth moving, scratching, and all of that stuff, they too will believe that Ifnubu is constructing a 1,500 kilometer road to their place. It works well, just like they had what they call the East-West road. East-West road is meant to be one of the best commercially viable roads in the entire Africa. No joke. It was supposed to be about, I think it's about 600 or so kilometers, right? and he would have cut across from the Niger Delta part of the contraption through the southeast Igbo land of Nigeria and then straight down to Lagos. It would have shortened travel time from this part of Nigeria down to the west. It would have shortened it by more than 6 hours. That's what they said. But East-West Road has been under construction for more than 20 years now. Like, it's been like forever. And I don't think they need up to 18 trillion naira to fix that. But like somebody said, or Alibaba actually said it, that he was talking to Tifnumbu concerning how to consolidate power. If you become the president of that contraption, and you are always probably going to think of spending 8 years like other people. So your first year in office, right? Apart from making the normal first political appointment stuff like, right? Your first year in office, you have to award the biggest contract ever to somebody. And then you begin to also award some other big contracts like that to some of your stooges, so that when they are doing the gala night or the dinner night to raise money for your re-election, they just have to pull it from whatever it is you've awarded to them. They don't have to finish the job, forget it. They just have to pretend to be doing the job. Sure you get, so that the money could keep flowing. Somebody said that. So apart from the other institutions that are supposed to be compromised, yesterday I said it would have actually been a great thing, right? If these guys meant it, that is, fix these roads. Because in the long run, right, it will be you that will drive on it. But that is, the good intention is not really there for these guys. Don't ever forget that. All right. So fine. Okay. I'll leave it at that, okay? And I'll call it a night. Thank you so much for your time. If you stay with us this long, okay, just do me this one last favor. If you haven't already, like the broadcast. And thank you, right, for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you again when I see you. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
sùnra ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá ayé sùnra aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò ayé sùnra òkúra olóṣèlú ayé sùnra ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o ayé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàbò. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.